What's up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to the channel. You guys know what it is. This is built different, and this channel did not find you by accident. So I need you to do me one quick favor. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Go ahead and just hit that subscribe button. So, my fault. Really quick, you know how we get started. First of all, let's not pass that. Go ahead, shoulders back, head up, and repeat after me. I'm him. I'm him. Yes, sir, you him. And don't you ever let nobody make you forget that. Let's get into it today. I want to talk about my entrepreneur journey through building 4 companies and having over 50 plus clients in the consulting firm area. And then also through my CPR certification company, taking that company from 0 to over 2,500 clients, students, through different companies and organizations. I'm gonna talk about a few things. Number one is what I learned from building my own businesses, the biggest mindset shifts that's needed, and then how to advice for men who are ready to start something real, okay? So, number one, what I learned from building my own businesses. Ooh, this is heavy. It's amazing because I learned so much. And I feel like I've learned so much that I've forgotten so much of the things that I've learned. One of the biggest lessons I think I learned first was really keeping your stuff together and having all your legal documents and paperwork properly set up in the right place, right? So that's some of the biggest things is organization. If you are a person that is really sloppy, it's gonna be a challenge for you to be an entrepreneur, for sure. If you're routinely late to everything, it's gonna be a challenge for you to be an entrepreneur. You're gonna have to make some major adjustments because nobody's gonna be holding you to the fire except for you every single day. So it's important that you know how to time manage and then also make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing when you're supposed to be doing it at all times. Because nobody's gonna sit there and tell you, hey, you gotta get up at X, Y, and Z to get to the office or get to a client or to get on the Zoom. Don't forget to send the Zoom links. Don't forget to send the emails. Don't forget to do an email blast for a campaign. You have to, it's so much stuff that you gotta do when you're starting a business. So I learned that you're gonna have to be really disciplined. You're gonna have to learn how to be a self-starter a lot, all the time, because nobody's coming to save you. Right? It's your business, it's your vision, it's your mission, the things that you've seen. So you got to be really, really disciplined, extreme discipline in that area. I also learned the importance of networking and then also being at networking events and also what it takes to sit in certain rooms and how to carry yourself. Right? There's an etiquette to being an entrepreneur. There's levels to it, okay? Entry level entrepreneur, you don't know much. Then you start getting to rooms where you're making a certain amount of money, dollar amounts of people. Right? If you're starting off, you're making, let's say $2,000 every month, and then you go to making $7,000, and you go to making $10,000, and you go to making $20,000, and then sometimes those turn into $20,000 days, where I've had a few of those. And it can be challenging to know. Also, you have to know how to manage your money well. That's one of the biggest things, you guys. You got to learn how to manage money well. And if you don't come from money, once you start getting them coins, it changes you. It can change you. It can bring out something in you that you didn't know that was there. So you're gonna have to learn how to titrate that, and then make sure you put your money in the proper places. Reinvest into your business. Reinvest into mentorships, new coaches. Going to networking events outside of your city so you can make new acquaintances and make new contacts all around. So those are some of the simple things, but the most important things that I've learned through building businesses, okay? I want to talk about my consulting company. This company, A1+1 Academy, it's been really challenging because you see how, I'm not trying to be ominous, but we can see how people try to always take the short route, the shortcuts. Because in business, you got to be meticulous with certain things. If you look at certain Fortune 500 companies or Fortune 5,000 companies, they're meticulous in what they're doing to grow, to get there. They're pushing numbers, they're pushing sales, they're pushing marketing, they're reinvesting, they're going to get VCs, all those things. And you got to be a dog. You got to go be a beast. You cannot be afraid to make money as an entrepreneur. You cannot. You can't be afraid to get on the phone and ask for the hiring manager, ask for the uh, putting the ads out there on Facebook, YouTube, looking like trying to look silly, right? It's a thing, right? So we need you to make sure you know what you're doing, and don't be afraid to go get your money, right? Because somebody has your money, right? That's super big. And then to follow up with clients, and then to follow through on whatever you need to fulfill on. Okay, that's number one. Next, the biggest mindset shifts for success. This is important. This is very important. Again, the biggest thing is realizing that you are going to have to do a lot of the work, the footwork in the beginning, until you learn how to build a team. Okay, or utilize. Now we're in the age of AI, so you can almost build a business by yourself, create digital products. You can do YouTube channels. You can do Twitch. You can do School Academy, Udemy. There's so many different platforms you can use to launch your own business. But if you're trying to do something like more brick and mortar style, whereas I have a CPR certification company where I actually have to have people or myself go fulfill on those contracts, then there's a process. There's things that you got to do. There's paperwork. There's first, like, we'll walk you through like a SOP, right? So SOP is a standard operating procedure of how you do things. So it starts with either a Facebook, a social media post, ad, somebody clicks on it, then they'll take them to one of my Google Forms or to my direct landing page. They'll fill out their information, put an inquiry in. Myself or an automated system will spit back either an email, or I'll call them back immediately depending on the urgency of what's needed. And then talk to them, let them see what their pain points are, right? And then reassure them that we can solve their solution. Hey, we have 50 people, we have 30 people to do, we need CPR yesterday. And okay, well, I can get there next week, boom, and this is the price. A lot of times people try to haggle with you when you first start, but make sure that you get your LLC or your S Corp or your C Corp set up, because those gonna solidify you as technically a real business, okay? So as you do those things, understand that. And then you'll be able to offer them the price. Make sure you do your market research in the beginning as to how much you can charge for your services, your businesses. These things are important, you guys. You have to know your numbers, and you have to know them well. So the biggest mindset shift is really just learning to go from employee to business owner. Okay, you're gonna go from employee to business owner, and as you do that, you have to learn how to build a team of people, learn how to implement standard operating procedures and key performance indicators for everybody in the team, and then just roadmaps as to where you're trying to get to. Create yearly projections, biannually projections, quarterly projections, and goals that they're striving to reach. And then you gotta execute those every single day, especially in the beginning when you first start by yourself. So that's the mindset shift that you're gonna need to have to be successful as an entrepreneur. Okay, because the higher the level that you go in entrepreneurship or business development or whatever that you're doing, excuse me, you're gonna see that it's levels to it, right? And you're gonna learn at every single level. You're gonna pay for a mentorship. Your first year, you're gonna be cranking out those, $7.99 or $21, $10, $21, $49 ebooks, and you're gonna be trying to gather this information. You're gonna be on YouTube searching up how to do whatever you're doing. You're gonna Google how to do it, and then you're gonna start making some money. And you're gonna start seeing ads, more and more ads, and you're gonna go click on somebody that's doing the same thing that you're doing. You're gonna pay them, $9.97, and then you're gonna pay, $2,500, and you're gonna pay $5,000, and then you're gonna pay $7,500, and some people are gonna get to $10,000 and $20,000 that you're paying for a mentorship just to get in the room, just to learn one or two things that's gonna help you to make a 3x or 2x or 5x. And that's happened so many times to me where I've paid mentors. And whether it's been a weekend course for $397 or a year-long program for $7,500 or $12,000 or whatever the case, and you're making payments, big payments, whatever, but you're reinvesting and you're learning every single time. You're learning like one more piece of the puzzle. It's like a puzzle you got to put together for your business. And then the simple thing to do is just listen to your mentors. Okay, if you listen to your mentors and do as they tell you to do, you will become more successful and you'll start making more money. But you got to really reinvest back into your business and make sure that you remember why you're doing it. during the process. Okay, don't get lost in the sauce. Don't get lost in the sauce. Okay, and then lastly, advice for you guys who are ready to start something real. Number one, really, you have to be sick and tired of where you currently are in life. You really have to be sick and tired of where you are currently in life. Because if you're not, it's going to be challenging for you to weather the storm. You're going to try to go back and work for another job. You might go back to the same job or go to a different job because you're like, man, I didn't sign up for this. And in reality, you did. Okay. So number one, I need you to be extremely disciplined in your daily routine. If you guys are ready to start, I told you guys, I do have a platform to where I teach you guys how to become entrepreneurs. I teach you how to start your company. We go through the whole process of breaking down all that fun stuff. If you're interested in learning how to start your entity, your LLC, S Corp, C Corp, and then also putting the plan together, that's what we do here. All right, this is exactly what I do. My goal is to help you guys level up because we are built different. And don't get me wrong, I'm not easy. I don't go easy on you. That's not my job. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to help you to put money in your pocket so you can level up, so you can be built different, so you can go get the house, you can get the credit, you can get the girl, you can get the car, the trips, whatever you like to do, but you're gonna have to go grab that, okay? I'm only gonna help you get started. I'm gonna help you strategize with it, and then you're gonna be able to take it from there, okay? I also do partner with you if you want that type of experience for a long-term or a short-term period, okay? But besides that, you need to be extremely disciplined in your daily routine, okay? Make sure you're doing the same things every single day. You know what you're doing Monday through Friday or Saturday, and make sure you get on the phone calls, and then you get good at it. You know, at first you're like, you suck. And then 50 phone calls in, you're better. And then another 50 phone calls in, you're better. And then another door-to-door or business-to-business, 50 of them, you're better at your presentation. You're starting to getting more leads, and then you're starting to follow up, and then the deals are getting bigger. And then all you have to do is execute on those deals, okay? Number two, you need to keep setting goals. You have to keep setting goals in your business. And that's why every year or every quarter, you set quarterly goals, okay? So if you aim to start and you say, I wanna make, $25,000 in this first quarter, you're gonna have to do a lot of sales. You're gonna have to do a lot of fulfillment. You're gonna have to do a lot of paperwork, whatever the case may be, or contract fills, or sign, whatever. And then the next quarter, you say, I wanna make $50,000 in the next quarter. So now, that's a $25,000 jump, depending on what your service or products are, and then you're gonna have to fulfill on those as well. Okay, so just keep setting goals, so that way the benchmark is higher, and then you keep having something to strive after, okay? Third, you need to avoid the shiny object syndrome. This is so hard for all entrepreneurs, I kid you not, because at some point you get to a point where you know a lot about business after a certain amount of time. You know how, right? In business, there's 6 pillars of business, right? There's sales, there's marketing, fulfillment, there's human resources, there's financials, and then there's administration, okay? And then when you're a solo entrepreneur or a small team of 2 to 4 or 5, you don't have everybody in each role. So you're gonna have to do all of those, especially if you're a solo entrepreneur, which many people are becoming. So you're gonna have to learn about those things, and then learn how to be efficient in each of those, and just take it day by day, and then focus on just one thing at a time. And then every single week you go through that process of each role, and then you dominate and kill and crush that. And then, so going back to the shiny object syndrome, because every single idea sounds so good. Oh, I want to be, you want to sell insurance. There's multi-level marketing. There's crypto. There's stocks. There's YouTube. There's drop shipping. There's Facebook. There's Amazon, FBA. There is so much stuff that sounds good. And you're like, man, I'm pretty good at what I do right now. I can probably do anything. And you probably can. But stick to the one thing that you're really good at, and then dominate in that field. And then you'll see how within 3 to 5 years, 7 years, you become the expert or the leader in that category, okay? Number 4, optimize and pivot, okay? You're gonna have to learn how to reassess what's currently working, what's not, throw out what's not, keep what is, and then to pivot when you need to, okay? There's gonna be times where you may need to close shop or try to sell your company, right? You need to know when, right? And you need to know how much the value of your company is gonna be. So optimize every quarter. That's why we have quarterly meetings. Every quarter you go through a meeting. And then what I do is every Monday and Friday, I go over the financial budget, and then also go over the top, top number one priority for the whole week. What do I need to do for this week so that if I do that one thing, everything else is easier or doesn't need to be done, right? Most of the time that's sending out emails, creating an email list, creating an email that's going to get people to take action on it, and then have them sign up, go to my calendar link, schedule a call or schedule a service, and then we kind of keep going from there. I don't know why my microphone keep going out, but anyways. Then lastly, but most importantly, is build systems and teams quickly. This is one thing I really wish I knew early on, because I didn't do this, and now I can see the challenges of learning how to delegate certain things. Once you take on doing so much by yourself, you get used to that, and then you kind of be like, man, can anybody do like I do? And then you could be right, but you have to train people, right? The faster you learn to build systems, right? Build your SOPs, build your KPIs, build your metrics, and learn your metrics and know what you're doing every single day, and then optimize every quarter or every month on those and see which ones work and take out the ones that don't, and then try something new. Then you train a new person, and right now you can see, okay, now it's justifiable for me to hire a virtual assistant, or bring somebody on that's local that can help me, a freelancer. Okay, build teams quick. You build your systems quick. Once you do those things, then you can start stepping back and actually being a real CEO, real entrepreneur of your company, and all you're doing just advising, and then you're helping out wherever you can sometimes, okay? But the goal is to be hands-off in business. That's the goal, to be hands-off. So you guys, those are the things that I've learned in my years of building 4 companies and also assisting over 50 other companies to start, to launch, and then also with my CPR company, making contracts and then fulfilling on those contracts with over 3,500 people to date. So I hope this helped you guys. If you have questions, if you want to start a business yourself, go ahead and leave in the comments. Just comment me, I'm ready. Comment I'm ready. Comment I'm ready. And then I'll get back to you. And then hey, we can go from there. We'll set up a call, and then we can see if you're ready to really get your business started. Remember, I want you to be not just interested, but committed. Okay, there's a difference between commitment and interest. Okay, when you're committed, you're gonna do whatever it takes. And one thing that I have you do is commit to your first 1 to 3 years of starting your business and running it. Because if you do not want to do that, you're not gonna last. Because within the first 30, 60, 90 days, you're gonna run into stuff that you're like, dang, this was hard. It's harder than I thought. And I'm like, hey, I don't give refunds. We don't give refunds over here. Okay, so that's that. And then, so if you're ready to launch your own company, go ahead and just type in the comments, I'm ready. We'll get back to you, and then we'll send you a special link, okay? And I'm learning to put my links in the comments for you guys, links in the description, so that way you can just go there yourself and then book your own time. We can set up a call, a Zoom, we'll go over some questions, and then see if we're a good fit to work for each other. Other than that, we still give you a business plan anyways. You guys, you got this. I believe in you. I think you can do it. I know you can do it, actually. There's no I think, I know you can. Because you're here, you're on this channel, you're built different. You him. You got things, you have goals, you have aspirations that you want to achieve. You are him. You're him, bro. You him. You can do it all. But I need you to focus on one thing at a time. And if you're ready, go ahead and send me that I'm ready in the comments, and we'll get to you. I'm your guy A1. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1 million fast, you guys, quick, so I can keep adding more value to you guys. Share this with somebody that can use it as well. I'm your guy A1. I'll see you tomorrow.